Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here. Welcome back to Only One Command, a series where I showcase amazing Minecraft Redstone creations that only take one command, well, as many as 5 commands. And in this case, we're going to be breaking the rules just a little bit. But I wanted to show you an amazing maze. Did you get an amazing? I'm going to stop. I'm sorry. That was bad. Welcome to Maze Generation. Random maze generator in Minecraft. Only takes a few command blocks. Could not be simpler to add to your Minecraft world. All you're going to need to do is grab yourself a command block, which you can do by doing /give space your username space COMM and then press tab, and you'll get yourself a command block just like that. Go into your creative menu, grab yourself a button, and then place the following commands you'll be able to find in the description of this video into the command block. Once again, a big thank you to PhoenixSC, who is the provider of this amazing, I'm going to keep saying amazing because it's funny, and I'm funny, right? I'm funny. Thank you very much, Phoenix, for making this awesome command block creation. I am going to show it off to you right now. All you're going to need to do is paste all the commands you find in the description of this video, paste them on in, press the button, and watch as the contraption is made in front of your very eyes. One thing that is important to note is you need to be on Minecraft 1.8.1 for this to work properly. So we're going to be building mazes today, but before we do that, I want to say a big thank you for all the support on the channel lately. If you're enjoying the Only One Command Block series and you don't mind or hate me too much that sometimes the commands are just more than one command, then make sure you drop a like on the video. If we get 1,000 likes for this video, I will make sure to get some more Only One commands, and we'll make sure to get some that are actually Only One command very soon. Now this one, technically, you can get away with, as little as 2 command blocks, but we're going to go ahead and do 5 more in addition to this initial one, which sets up the contraption. But yes, hopefully we keep smashing through these ratings on the Only One command. But either way, this is now willy-nilly. You do not need to do anything with this command block anymore. However, over here are 5 more command blocks. Now each of these command blocks is going to add a chunk of random maze, which we'll be showing off in just a second here. But the first thing you want to do is press this button to start the contraption, which will fill this entire section and row with redstone blocks, which will be constantly powering the rest of the command blocks over here. Follow the simple instructions. Once again, always work in 2s, and I will explain that to you in just a little bit. Tip 2, ensure the maze only has 1 entrance and 1 exit. You can technically close off the whole thing, but make sure it only has 0 to 1 entrances and exits. Face north and work from left to right. It will help a lot. When using test subjects, block off all the exits and entrances, obviously. And be smart. Manual editing will be needed at some point. You'll be able to do this to slightly alter the mazes that you are working on. Extra tip, have fun with it, play with your friends. Of course, if you only have friends. I don't have that many friends, that's why I'm always doing these things on my own. Not even Drumstick decided to join me for this one. He's, I don't even know what he's off doing. Of course, if you need to, for whatever reason, press this button to clear all items on the ground. You'll notice that button is now gone. Big thank you to Phoenix for clearing the items. You're a good man. And of course, you've got the set day and the set nighttime. We are going to be showing why that is important very soon, but before we do that, we're going to kill all these mobs and then switch the difficulty back to 1. Do not do this on peaceful mode if you are planning on using the test subjects, which I'll explain to you in just a second. But before we do that, it is time to fill in the rest of these commands. Again, you will fill them in this order. In the order you find them in the description of this video is the order you want to place all these suckers in. I have all the different commands here. Oh, make sure you get rid of those first 4 letters. The AAAA, they will all correspond with the links that I paste in the description of this video. So place it in the first one there. In this one is BBBB, and in BBBB, reminds me of that anime, the Bo. You'll place that into this one, and then in the CCC, are you seeing what I'm doing here? Do you get it yet? Come on now. You put the C in there, and then you go ahead and put the D. Beep. That's all, folks. Almost done. I'm sorry. I'm trying to take my sweet time by talking a lot. Anyways, now we're all done, and that's perfect. And now the machine will work as such. So what you were given down here are 5 different maze chunks for you to add. These are randomizers. These are literally just little tiny pieces of land, and you're also given an illuminator, which we will cover in just a little bit, as well as the final 2 objects, test subject 1 and test subject 2. These will come in handy in just a little bit. First thing I want to show off is the randomizers though, so we're going to go ahead and move just a little bit over here. Make sure we are facing north before we do the following, and we're going to get to it. So once you're facing north and once you're ready to start making your maze, just place one of these on the ground. You'll see quick creeper spawns and dies, and that is going to spawn you a chunk of maze. That's sick. Okay, so this is the first random chunk. We're going to move just a little bit over in this direction. Here is the second random chunk being spawned in. Again, this can lag your computer. There is a chance this will lag your computer. So that is something to keep in mind when creating your maze chunks. You might need to restart your Minecraft a couple times here and there to reset the lag on each one. I got a pretty decent computer, so normally it doesn't give me a hard time. But, you know, you might not have the best in the world. And I'm not saying I do either, but, you know. You see? You see what I mean? Look at that. I spoke just a smidgen too soon. If for whatever reason your Minecraft hangs like this, then what I would recommend you do is take your booty all the way back over here to this area and then go ahead and say clear all items on the ground. That will kill items on the ground, and I believe it will kill the entities as well. So as you can see, all the entities cleared up and the maze portion was still once again spawned. So that is the fourth, and here, my dear friends, is the fifth. Now these are the 5 different chunks that you'll be able to work together to form yourself a maze. Now what the illuminator does, and I'll just explain this right now, is if you drop an illuminator right in between the walls, it will turn all the coal blocks into what is it? I think they're called sea lanterns. Is it a sea lantern? I mean, it's an illuminator. I don't know. It's whatever. Don't question. You don't need to know what name it is, man. All you need to know is it gives off light. And if you want your maze to be shining bright like a diamond, then just drop an illuminator while you're in there, and you will have yourself the brightest maze that you've ever seen. But now, the key part here is to be able to combine all of these things together. So what you do with this is place down your first random piece. Doesn't not matter what piece you start with. Again, if it hangs, it can't hang, man. Go ahead and click this, and that should clear up issues. Usually, if it's giving you trouble, then the other alternative for you to do is just go ahead and you see it caught up. It heard what I was saying. I was about to recommend you restart your Minecraft because that will usually clear up the issue as well. But if you start to threaten the game with it, I think it picks up the fact that it does not want that to happen. So now here is how you make sure you line up the connections properly. Take the bottom right of the maze. Remember, you're still facing north. Take the bottom rightmost section of the maze and then count, as it said, in 2s. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then place down just a different piece, And what this is going to do is it's going to, because you counted in 2s, it's going to appropriately and properly line up the walls of this current maze and make sure that there are no, I guess, intersections and obstructions. You see what I mean? Like, here is a fantastic maze. Now, I believe I may have accidentally counted improperly. It looks like, you know, it looks like I did, and that's okay. But this is where the brief edits come in. You might need to overlook your maze. If you happen to make any mistakes like that, just break a few blocks and suddenly the maze is actually workable. Now, you'll also see that there are different exits and entrances as said on the tip signs over there. And you're going to want to cover those up with your coal blocks or what have you. If you want a more safe way of getting, that's a great store. If you want a safer way of getting this done properly, then just make sure when you're placing the mazes that you stay on the same, I guess, axis or the same Z, X plane, things of that nature. If you place them all here and then just move to the right a little bit, you got a good chance that it's not going to give you any trouble. You can, of course, have one lone space here to choose and change blocks of which. What did I just say? I'm not sure, but if you try and drop these things, it's just going to spawn one back in instantly. So, of course, you can fix yourself up by getting rid of the whole maze contraption in order for these items to disappear. But you see, we place this down so I'd know this is the, it's the Z plane or X plane that I worked on before. Place down a different random chunk right here, but make sure you are still working in 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Place that guy down just like that, and you'll see if I did it properly. Yes, they are connected. Technically, they are connected properly as well, but we placed that guy just a little bit too far. So what I can do right here is actually just place down one block right here. We'll get another randomizer, and that's going to overwrite a section of the maze, and hopefully fix things out. I'm just going to wait until this guy decides to cooperate with me. And he did. He did cooperate, and I cleared the items, and that fixed up the issue as well. So what you can see is a very basic maze. It is a very simple maze, and then what I'm going to show off now are the test subjects. Now these are just fun to watch. Basically the test subject is a villager and then a baby zombie, and you place the villager on one end of your maze and you place down the baby zombie child on a different side of the maze, and then you just get to watch and see how fast the zombie child can get to the villager. So here's a perfect example. Okay, so we're going to place our villager friend right here. He's not going to move. He's going to stay put. There's test subject 1. And then when you place down test subject 2, you'll see a very brief armor stand appear. The baby zombie will be teleported to the villager so that he knows it exists. And then you can see the little guy. Oh, man. You can see him navigate the maze. He will literally pathfind to this villager. And then the moment the baby zombie reaches the villager, both of them die. And you get a little statistic that appears. See, maze has at least one solution solved in 1800 game ticks. Now I'm curious. I've never actually. Let's see what might be. See now we just changed the game up, and now there's 2 different choices. It looks like the zombie child can make. So I'm curious to see what the little statistic will say now. So let's see. He's depending on the maze complexity. I'm curious. Oh, he's going this way now. Okay, maze. Okay, so it looks like it has at least one solution. I believe the issue here is if you, for whatever reason, block off the villager from being seen at all. Let's try this. See if the zombie child can get to him now. We'll see. Awaiting results. So there's a chance that it'll either let you know that there's nothing that can be done, or there's a chance that it just won't say anything, and you need to make sure that the maze works properly. And I'm starting to believe that that is going to be the case. We're going to break that block down. And he pathfinds immediately. So just make sure that your entrances and exits are working and existing when you are creating your mazes. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is form a giant maze, and we will be right back with that. Alright guys, we're back. We've got a pretty sweet maze going on here. I went ahead and closed off all the different exits that we needed to have. Obviously there are a place I want to place the villager, and there's a place I want to place the zombie chow. Now make sure you have all the exits closed off. I also made a few alterations myself because I'm curious to see how well the zombie does the pathfinding. So what I'm going to do is place our dear villager friend. Actually, let's illuminate this sucker. That's what I'm talking about. Just drop it all down. Drop it low, girl. No, wait, no. Why? Okay. So it's got to hit the ground. I see. It can't. Man, I tell you. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, this is a pretty wild maze. It's a pretty comprehensive maze, I have to say. You know, I'm very proud of this maze. So, Phoenix, thank you very much for your maze magic, because that is exactly what this is. And of course it would be all too inappropriate if we did not have this happen at nighttime. It needs to happen at nighttime because we're dealing with zombies. So we're going to place down our villager friend right there. Yes, the tap subject 1 indeed. And we even have ourselves a location we want to place the lad. Place him here. He got teleported to test subject 1, and we're going to see how long it takes our friend here to pathfind. You can still see him. All right, let's get as close as we can, and still being able to look at this. Look at this guy. He is a trooper. How is he doing that? He's just the ultimate maze. He's the maze runner. Clearly, are you watching this right now? He knows exactly where to go. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. Oh, he get a little confused. He's getting a little confused right there. We can go to game mod 3 and get a little peek at him. A little peeksy doodle. Where is he? Gosh, he is a fast mover, ain't you? Look at you. Look at you. Wow. But see, I made this maze very, very long and windy. It's got like a few different hallways and corridors that you got to worry about. Look at it. See, he's gonna have to go back one more time and then again. But he wants that villager blood. He's thirsty, man. He's thirsting for it right now. He didn't even pick up the illuminator. That's an expensive block, man. Uh-oh. Oh, he got a little lost, right? You like that? You cutie pie. Oh my gosh. I can't be mad at him when he kills this villager and eats his flesh. I mean, that's what they're made for, right? Oh, he's almost there! Oh, baby! And they both die. They both just die when that happens. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, it was solved in less than 3 minutes. So clearly the maze was not big enough to be done in over 3 minutes. But that is for you guys to do. So once again, if you want to check out Maze Generator with only one command block, oh man, no, it takes a few, but you know what I mean. If you want to check out the Maze Generator, download link will be in the description below, as well as a link to Phoenix's channel. So big thank you to Phoenix Hamster, PhoenixSC, Phoenix Hamster SC, whatever the heck you go by, man, for making this awesome only one command block creation. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like on the video. Once again, we get 1,000 likes for this. It would be amazing, and I will make sure to bring you some more only one command very, very soon. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already for daily Minecraft videos, and we will catch you for the next one. See ya.